Dr. Howkip, why are these Kuki organizations protesting? Isn't it okay to have a government so that, the people's government rather than a governor's rule? Dr. Howkip?
Karthikeya, we have been discussing about Manipur issue for the last almost 3 years. And we know very well that the separation between the Kukis and Meiteis had happened so deeply that buffer zones are created. And since the first month of the conflict, the Kuki MLAs had declared that they wanted separate administration because the state government, which should be an impartial government among the communities of the state, had been acting on the behalf of one community. So that was the main reason why the MLS were talking about separation from the dominant community, and that's the guiding principle so far. And there were many group dynamics among different groups within the Kuki-Zo communities, and within the MLS also there are certain agreements that without certain conditions they are not going to join the popular government, and that group agreement was perhaps been broken by the three MLAs who had joined the government. So the community as a whole is upset about how collective decisions of the Kuki-Zo MLAs were broken by certain MLAs who preferred power rather than the collective decisions of the community. I don't know, some may disagree that there's no collective decisions, but so far the majority of the MLAs feel that unless the community supports some of the conditions for joining the government, then they will not join. So that's the main reason why many people, particularly the Kuki students organizations, the Kuki-Zo councils, were unhappy about the MLAs who joined the government, and they also declared boycott to these MLAs currently.
Okay. I'm also joined by Michael Lamjathang Howkip. Before I get into what is right or wrong, Lamjathang, I want your opinion as to what is happening. Why is Bandh called? Why are they protesting against government formation?
Karthikeya, Bandh shutdown protest is called by the angry mobs, I should say, the Kuki group, because of their disunity. So right from the beginning, there is no cohesiveness, there is no, unified apex body among the so-called Kukis. So today, if you ask Pu Elam Khaute or Pu Musangul, they will say they are never Kuki. So, but the other 7 MLAs, but unfortunately, their unity has been broken by Mrs. Nemcha. But that is bound to happen because if they are united,
she's an independent MLA. She can take her own decision.
Yeah, they should have resigned en masse. They have not resigned. They have met several times, and then one of their colleagues, by virtue of their constitutional obligation, when they are a part of the government, yes, those who have not resigned, like Paulinal or Lejamang, are also equally a part of the government. So they should not have done this. Yes, they have protests. That's fine, but they should not be a kind of violent protest right now, which is going on in Churachandpur. So Churachandpur, basically like Zomi area and the Mar areas, are peaceful and calm. And in the Kampopi district also, they are peaceful and calm. So obviously, in their area of dominance, in their constituency, like Mrs. Nemcha or Mr. Khaute and Mr. Sanate would have definitely consulted their constituency or their constituent people. That's why they have that guts to come up this level. So I think this is purely because of the disunity or the pseudo-unity that has been coming on all this while. But one thing what I would like to tell to the 3 MLAs is that they should be sincere and honest, that they should communicate properly with the central government and with the Manipur government and with the Meitei community. So they should bridge the gap between the two communities, all the communities. This is what I want to relay and I want to share at this point in time.
Okay. Your opening comments, Brijesh.
Karthikeya, we were discussing this yesterday. It was a good move
And
forward.
second thing, I don't know why one of the deputy CMs took oath from Manipur Bhavan.
Yeah, I think it was a good move forward in the sense that after a shrill rhetoric which we have seen for a very long time when N Biren Singh was the Chief Minister, and a majority of the time when discussions were done, many had problem with the functioning of N Biren Singh, and after that President rule was imposed and the new government was formed, which was like kind of inclusive government in the sense that you have one MLA from the Kuki community, one from the Naga community as deputy chief ministers, and the person who is Mr. Khemchand, who is the chief minister, is also a mild version. It's not like he's very aggressive and shrill and rhetoric. The fact is that yes, the first crack in the government's attempt to reach a cohesive solution was witnessed yesterday only, when the Kuki MLA took oath from Manipur Bhavan and not was present at the governor's house where the entire Lok Bhavan, where the swearing in ceremony was going on. It was a clear indication that yes, she has taken the decision. Yes, there are a couple of more people MLAs with her, but it is not going to be all right if she shares the dais, if she shares the same room as the other Meitei MLAs. We have seen it several times, when there were certain attempts to feed that Kuki MLAs and Meitei MLAs have met the Home Ministry, but later on when you wait for the fine prints to come out, the meetings were separate meetings. It was not like they all mingled and met at once. And the statement of JF7 is a very, very clear reminder of what is to come. Barring then saying that that you will be killed or maimed, the wording is very, very clear that if anything happens to them, they will be responsible for the consequence, which is the operative word, if anything happens to them. So it's very clear that that divide is not going to be bridged with this kind of cosmetic measures.
Okay. I'm also joined by Professor Prasanjit Biswas. Your opening statement, it's a tad disappointing that a bandh has been called in Manipur tomorrow. I thought people will be happy with this attempt. Professor?
No, I think consensus building requires a little more wisdom. It was well known to every party that the Kuki civil society has put forth a clear demand that their political demands have to be discussed, and these has to be addressed properly in the right way, especially the demand for UT under Article 239 and certain other demands connected to that related to 6th schedule, autonomy, the question of securing the rights of Kuki-Zo people, which was repeatedly raised by civil society groups and the people and public in general. Now, within the people, certain forces wanted to create division in the name of ethnic identity by separating Thado from Sairim, by separating Zomi from Jo, and by calling different kind of divisions within the Kuki-Zo Mar spectrum. Now, this has resulted into a kind of a massive division within, and it has found its manifestation in the form of a protest which was spontaneous, because Kuki MLAs were told in no uncertain terms by their people that unless the political demands are accepted by the ruling party, which is BJP, they should not be joining the government. Now, I don't know what kind of negotiations after that happened, that suddenly a government has been formed. It was called a popular government. Now it turns out to be a government of a lot of dissenters. A lot of people are objecting to certain MLAs joining that government, and therefore it has created another kind of a mess, and it will soon return to, hopefully not, that the bloody background and the misuse and abuse of power that has happened in the last regime. Whether all those ghosts and the skeletons in the cupboard are still churning out or not is what we need to observe very carefully. And therefore, I think President's rule was a safe option. I don't see any reason why that was removed.
But Professor, President rule should be the last option. When a party has number, it has the right to exercise that mandate that it has received, and the mandate is received in elections.
The technical issue, the 6 months
What is the technical issue?
One technical issue is that the 6 month time lag of calling an assembly session actually expired. And after that, you don't know the status of this assembly. The current assembly actually expired because for 6 months no session was called.
Okay.
And this is a technical issue on which experts have opined that currently this government does not have a constitutional basis.
I kind of disagree with you. No, I kind of disagree with you.
You can, but this is an opinion that is available, and that opinion